Got a question for you. What do you need to really be happy right now? Think about it for a minute. What would truly make you happy? If your mind goes to more money, better job, or even better health, you are making yourself unhappy. Why? Because making your happiness depend on something that you don't already have means that your current reality is not good enough. And that is a guaranteed recipe for unhappiness. Listen, no matter how imperfect or undesirable things might be for you right now, you can be happier if you practice thinking less about what you want and more about what you already have. And I'm not even talking about the things that you own, I'm talking about who you are. For example, it's easy for me to get down on myself about how plain and basic my house is, especially when I walk into someone else's perfectly decorated and perfectly clean home. As long as I'm thinking about how much better someone else's house is compared to mine, I am stuck in the land of compare and despair. Well, what if I decide instead that I'm going to think more about how lucky I am to have a house at all, especially given the economy and real estate prices here in Florida? It makes it a lot easier to shift to a mindset of happiness and gratitude. That's a much better place to be, but it still means that my happiness is conditional because it still depends on the house. And somewhere in the back of my mind, I'll always be worried about something happening to the house, which would endanger my happiness. Like, what if the next hurricane is the one that rips my roof off? What if a drunk driver flies off the road and crashes through my wall? What if I get termites? Your happiness is only secure as long as it's tied to the things that can't be taken away from you. So I can be grateful that I'm a smart, hardworking, creative problem solver, which is what made it possible for me to buy a house in the first place. Those qualities get to go with me no matter what happens to my material belongings. Happiness is a choice. There are billionaires who have no idea what it's like to be happy. And there are people with terminal cancer who choose happiness every moment of their lives. It doesn't matter what you have or don't. What matters is how you decide to think about it. And when you decide to make your happiness unconditional, it stays with you for life. I'm Natalie from No Limits Coaching, and I'd like to invite you to my live happiness workshop coming up Sunday, March 10th. Learn how to find more happiness in your life by shutting down self-sabotaging thoughts that you may not even be aware of. So stop waiting for happiness and start creating it right now. Sign up at nolimitscoachingnow.com/workshops, and I'll see you there.